It is our pleasure to welcome you to the EVIT 2022 National Technical Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Thank you all for being here. Please stand as we recognize our inductees. Time in nature if he's not supporting his wife and kids in their future goals. Welcome, Daniel Fisher.
lucky like you were the recipient of the universe throwing out greatness, a different kind of luck. The kind of luck you often hear when people talk about other successful people. Gosh, she sure is lucky to have gotten that job. Or, man, he was lucky to have received a full-ride scholarship. Some may argue that this is not luck. However, I disagree, and I'll explain why. Success favors a prepared mind. So I ask you all to take on a new definition of luck. Luck is preparation meeting opportunity is defined by the Spanish philosopher Seneca, and that is exactly why you were all lucky today. I refer back to my opening statement. Success favors the prepared mind. Therefore, the successful are lucky because they were prepared when opportunity knocked. You have a plan and the courage to press on. The only question at this point is what opportunity will come your way to prove that you are lucky. Be patient, but not idle, and don't forget you can create opportunity. Thank you all, students, for putting in the hard work to be prepared. Our local community, our country, and the world as a whole needs your luck. If you are lucky, again, prepared when the opportunity arises, then you will be able to lift the lives of everyone in your circle of influence and potentially those you aren't even aware that you are positively affecting. So at that, congratulations on being lucky, students. Thank you for the time.
Thank you, Mr. Fisher. Next, our next speaker, I'd like to introduce Dr. Chad Wilson. He's the superintendent of EVIT, who in 2021 was named Best Leader according to Best of Mesa East Valley Tribune. He is married with 2 children and is originally from Tucson, Arizona. He has been an educator for almost 30 years as a middle school teacher, assistant principal, assistant superintendent, and currently our EVIT superintendent. Please welcome Dr. Chad Wilson.
So stop. You're embarrassing me. I want to just take a minute and say thank you all for being here. And students, you in particular, I can't tell you how proud I am of you. Getting where you're at today required hard work, commitment, compassion, and for you to be here, you should be proud of yourselves as well. At EVIT, we talk all the time about changing lives by loving our students and serving our community. And you're going to hear tonight about the Pillars of NTHS, and I want to just briefly touch on service. I've said this before in different settings, but I hope what you get out of EVIT is the opportunity to do well. I want you to be able to have a meaningful wage, make a lot of money, buy houses, all that kind of stuff. You deserve that, right? But at the same time, I also want you to do good. I want you to go out and make a difference in the world that allows the world to know that you added value in ways that nobody ever believed possible. You should be really proud of why and what you've done. Now, as a superintendent, as an administrator, it's nice to take credit, but the truth of the matter is your success has very little, if anything, to do with me. It has a lot to do with you, but it also has a lot to do with your parents. Mom, dad, guardians, if you're out here, you deserve credit. Your children, son, daughter, they're here partly because of what you've poured into their lives. And we are so thankful and so grateful to you for giving us the opportunity to work with them. Faculty, staff that's here, I don't do the magic every single day you do. You poured your lives into these young men and these young women, and you deserve our appreciation and our thanks. As the superintendent, the folks that I have the pleasure of working with most often are our governing board members. And we could not be who we are without a governing board that absolutely believes in our students. And I'd like to recognize 2 of our members tonight, Mr. Hobson, member of the EVIT governing board, and Ms. McAfee, member of the EVIT governing board. Thank you both. Thank you both for putting students first. Last but not least, and I'm going to get down. Students, you should be incredibly proud of yourselves tonight, because I am. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. One of being a member of NTHS is a privilege, and it's an honor. And it's such an honor that Executive Director Peyton Holland, who is part of NTHS and has been a member of CTE for many years, He has a special message he wants you to hear. So if you watch the screen, we're going to play the message from him.
Congratulations, NTHS inductees. On behalf of all of us at the National Office and your fellow members all across the world, we're excited to welcome you to the National Technical Honor Society. Each of you have shown tremendous dedication and effort in acquiring the skills that you need to be successful in your next step, whether that's continuing your education and training or entering into the workforce. Your hard work, it's been noticed by your teachers and advisors who have brought you all together today to celebrate not just your outstanding individual accomplishments, but also the importance of career and technical education in your community. And I want to take just a moment to say thank you. Thank you to those teachers and advisors for the commitment they've shown to each of you and countless others in helping you develop your skills and to grow as a young leader. Now, as we sit here today, this is such an exciting time to be sitting in your shoes. You all have something incredibly valuable in your possession, something that can be a game changer, not just for you, but that can have a huge impact on the rest of us. That is, if you're willing to use it. That's something special, that game changer, it's your skill. The very skills and abilities that you've started to develop during your time in school are exactly the types of skills that our country and global community need to help shore up our economic footing and alleviate the pressures that service and supply chain shortages are putting on so many of us. We need great, skilled leaders just like you in healthcare, IT, construction, business management, and so many other areas. In a survey last fall, the National Association of Business Economics found that nearly half of American companies they surveyed reported a shortage of skilled workers. That means there's a tremendous opportunity for each of you because you are developing the skill and abilities that employers all over the world are having difficulty finding. If you continue to hone and develop those skills, I'll tell you, your potential is only going to be limited by how far you want to go. Embrace this moment tonight as we celebrate your incredible accomplishments. But beyond embracing, let this moment stir in you a desire to continue to equip yourself with every skill set that you possibly can. For each skill that you learn, every credential that you attain, it opens another door for you to decide how you're going to use your career to make a difference in both your life and the lives of others. And I want you to know that NTHS is here to help support you in that journey to grow those skill sets. I want to remind you all that NTHS provides nearly $300,000 per year in scholarships to support our members who want to continue their education, to continue their skill development. All of our current members and new inductees, you're eligible to apply for those scholarships right now. Just visit nths.org and log in to the student portal and get started. You're also going to have access to incredible benefits like letters of recommendations, partner discounts, and add-ons that will give you the opportunity to explore careers, develop your employability skills, and so much more. Simply put, we believe in you and we want to support you in any way that we can. Always know that NTHS exists to support and celebrate you. Students who believe in investing in themselves and in acquiring the skills that you need to build your futures. And as I said to many students last year, and I plan to continue to say long into the future, our nation has and always will rely on career and technical education to keep us moving forward. From our healthcare experts that take care of us, to our construction craft experts that build critical infrastructure, to our technology experts that keep us all communicating and working together. Every aspect of CTE is and always will be essential. And I just want you to know that I feel so confident in our future with each of you at the helm. So on behalf of the entire organization, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for embodying the 7 attributes of the National Technical Honor Society. And most of all, I want to say congratulations and welcome to the National Technical Honor Society.
Our next guest, it's really a pleasure and an honor to bring up as you guys go out into the field and you guys will have success and do things out there that is extraordinary. Our next guest is a former student of EVIT who wants to come back and share some of the opportunities that are out there for you. So I want to bring up Robert Cunningham.
Okay, Justin, I know I've got the mic. Is this one good then, I think? All right, good. First off, let me obviously start by saying thank you to EVIT for allowing me to come back and have this conversation with you guys. And thank you for all the opportunities EVIT's given me to come back. And I'm on the advisory board for multimedia studies here and such, and to be able to contribute back to EVIT. So thank you for allowing me to come here and speak on that behalf. Full honesty, I am totally terrified to speak to you guys tonight. I live in Atlanta, Georgia right now, so I had a good long flight to sit and try to write what I was going to write. And I was reminded of a story. My grandfather spoke up at a college in northern Arizona once and had a big speech, and they were on the way there, and the principal said, "Oh, is that your speech?" And they said, "Yeah." So he handed him the speech, and the principal rolled the window down to the limousine and threw it out the window. And my grandfather, a very technically, mechanical engineering, very meticulous man, got totally terrified. He was just like, "You got to turn the car around. You got to stop. I got to get my speech." And he said, "Harry, just talk to him from your heart." So I'm going to talk to you students that are, forgive me, I don't know the exact title, inductees, so whatever, but the students, I'm going to talk to you specifically because the school, they know who I am, and in the technical society and such, we've heard all about them, but tonight is your night. This is your night. You earned it. You see, I never qualified to sit in your seat. I had a solid 2.85 GPA, and I struggled hard to get that. So when they asked me to come talk tonight, I was a little nervous to say, what in the world am I going to say to them? They've asked for, that I speak a little bit about my personal experience. I went to EVIT here in the law enforcement program. I did the first year, the summer before first year, and then my first year was second year law enforcement. I was here when 9/11 occurred, and during that transition, I went to graphic design where Eric Perez, who's still currently teaching here, was my instructor. I was in that room right there. I sat in these chairs regularly. And so nothing that I've ever accomplished is without reach. Everything I've done, you can do. And in fact, you guys are much more prepared to do it than I am. So just to get this part over that makes me sick and I don't even want to talk about it, my own bio, I've been in 27 countries around the world. I did 147 combat missions in Afghanistan. I was a federal officer. I am a pilot. I was a photographer. I photographed and worked with multiple presidents of the United States. I photographed the Queen of England, several prime ministers. I've worked with actors in Hollywood, and I attended Harvard. I have a master's degree and such. I believe in education. And I've accomplished all of that it was very rough for me to do it. I know how hard it is for you guys to achieve what you guys have achieved. And so if nothing else, take away from tonight that you have my respect and the respect of the other people in this room. It required a plane flight, hotels, and rental cars for me to come speak with you. And I would be nowhere else. I could be anywhere in the world, and I would rather be talking to y'all. So thank you for giving me the privilege. I just wanted to say a few things, and they told me that I had 10 minutes, and that was really bad because I don't think I've ever talked 10 minutes in my life. So hang in there as I breeze through some of my notes really quickly. I stole most of these from other people. Some from Rob Bradow at Industrial Light and Magic, the head honcho over at Industrial Light and Magic. Some from General Mattis that I had the opportunity to spend some time with, and some from other sources. So I can't take any credit for the advice I'm about to give you. It's stolen. Rob Bradow says, when you come to this thing, the first thing you have to do is just start. As you have a project ahead of you, whether it be finding your careers, your schoolwork, or whatever, sometimes you can get some anxiety about what's coming up. And you can let that anxiety cripple you. Don't. Just start. You don't have to be the greatest at what you're doing. You just have to start. Put one foot in front of the other. But once you've started, don't quit. If you tell yourself that quitting is not an option, you will not quit. You have to stand by it. You'll keep going. Now, that's not to say you can't readjust. You can walk away from a job that's bad for you. You can change a project. You can do things that are different. That's not quitting. That's new information that you have, and it's adjusting. And that's something you should always be flexible and able to do. Let's see here. Lead. Lean on the constraints. You guys are leaders, whether you know it or not. Right now, yes, you're students and such, but there are people watching you. Whether that be your family members, whether that be your teachers, whether that be other people. You are an inspiration to people and you do not know. In this day and age, we have social media. Your lives are out there. You put the content out there. There are people, friends, family, complete strangers that have followed you or seen your work, that see your artwork, or they see, whatever you're working on in your projects. They're watching you. You're leading. So put that mantle on when you go and keep going. Lean on the constraints, whether the constraints be time or budget or personnel. There will always be something that you can look to and say, well, I can't get this done because I don't have the money to do this. I can't get this done because I don't have the people to do that. Other way around. You can get it done with that. Just figure out how and keep going and lean on those constraints. Be generous with what you learned and share. You've been given a privileged opportunity to learn these things, and you've taken the time to learn it. You took the time to read. You took the time to do that action or practice or find that knowledge. So many people apologize for being ignorant. Don't apologize for being ignorant. Apologize for wanting to remain ignorant. We all learned something from somewhere. But you learned it now. And now you own that. That's something you have a part in, that knowledge. You have the ability to expand that knowledge. And you have a responsibility to pass that knowledge on to the people that are around you. When you get criticism, when people, critique you on your things, two types of people are going to critique you. Either people who want to critique you to make you better, listen to those people. Or the people who want to critique you because they look at you and they feel either jealous or they don't want to do it or they want to bring you down. Don't listen to those people. And if you can figure out how to do that, let me know. It's awfully hard. Don't listen to there's a phrase that General Mattis used, and that's refugee from accountability. When I sit out here and I say, well, you're doing this and I critique you, I'm a refugee from accountability. I'm not being held accountable. You're the person whose job it is. You're the person who's in that spot, and you're accountable for it. So ignore the refugees from accountability and just do what you know is right and do what you need to do. Those who have never walked in your shoes and never carried your burden, they won't understand. So just focus on what you need to do. Be proactive. I look at these notes. When it comes to scholarships, I've met many people that have sponsored, many companies that have sponsored scholarships, and they tell me that nobody applied. When you look in these books and you see these scholarships that are there, you may think there's 100 applicants, there may be none. Apply for every scholarship that you can have. It's not a handout in the sense that it's not free. It's a hand out. It's somebody reaching back and saying, okay, let's do this together. And so some people feel uncomfortable taking scholarships. Some people feel uncomfortable asking for help. Don't. You're doing something for them. I learned things today. I learned about different things when I got to sit in on some of the classes today, and the students here are teaching me things. And it's something you need to do. Educate your elders. Most of us can't figure out what we're doing, and we just look like we know what we're doing, but we don't. But you keep us young, So when it comes to the times of when others have helped you, people in this room have helped you, it's now your time to help others, whether it be the person to your right and your left, or whether it be people in your work or otherwise. Discipline yourself and those around you to be what you should be. What I mean by that is, we all know that if you see somebody else doing the right thing, it's easier to do the right thing. And if you see somebody else doing the wrong thing, it's easier to do the wrong thing. So it's your responsibility to discipline yourself and do the right things, and to help the people around you do the same. Oh, man. I want to tell you guys that I am very honored to carry the EVIT brand. When I wear a ball cap and go somewhere and somebody asks me what EVIT is and I get to tell them, this is a unique place. I was in Michigan talking to some pilots And they mentioned EVIT's program. In Michigan, these guys that are running the pilots associations are talking about how they want to come out and see what EVIT's doing. I know that you guys are all from different programs here, and I've gotten to be in a couple of them, and some of them I haven't, and I got to go photograph a lot of the other ones. You guys are given a great opportunity here. So first and foremost, you have a charge to keep. Somebody helped you get here, whether it be your parents or otherwise. They're investing in you, your teachers are investing in you and such. Now go invest in other people and invest in yourself. Most importantly, walk out of here with your heads held high. When people look at my resume, they only see the accomplishments, they don't see the struggles. And when we look at our own life, we see our struggles, our failures. We look in the mirror and we see all the things that we screwed up. But the other people around you, they don't. They only see what they see. So stop paying attention to your failures. Learn from them. If you learn from them, they're not a failure. And walk away tonight knowing that all these people that invested in you and all the people that are trying to give you knowledge and helping you, they're doing that because they care about you, and you are worthy of that time. So thank you for being worthy of the instruction and worthy of having us come out here. I am incredibly proud of everything you've accomplished, and I don't know any one of you personally, but I know how hard it came here. So selfishly, I'm very proud of you, and keep that inspiration up. With that, before they give me the hook, I'm out. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. At this time, it is proper to identify the 8 lighted candles of the National Technical Honor Society. You will see the 8 candles. The first one is the light of knowledge, and the 7 attributes of membership are presented on the stage surrounding that. In that center, the 5th member attribute is scholarship. Scholarship is the distinct mark of one who has mastered an area of learning, reflected in the quality of his or her work, especially with respect to scope, thoroughness, and care. We light this candle to represent scholarship. The 6th member attribute is citizenship. Citizenship is being entitled with full civil rights and exercising the duties, the rights, and privileges of this status. We light this candle to represent citizenship. The 7th member attribute is leadership. Leadership is the responsibility of serving as a guiding force and directing the way by going first with courage and confidence. Light this candle to represent leadership. Students, we hope you can recognize these 7 attributes in yourself. The values of these qualities are what makes you eligible for the National Technical Honor Society. Here in a few moments, we are going to be inducting each of you into the National Technical Honor Society. We are doing this because you were able to maintain a 3.75 GPA, you had excellent attendance, and you're a value member of the community. It is because of this dedication and the hard work in your school and in your life, being able to complete community service hours, to be a member of the community, whether it's in the hospital, whether it's in church, or whether it is doing community service with others. Because of this dedication, that's why you are being given this award. Right now, I want to challenge you to live up to the ideal conveyed by NTHS slogan. This is a slogan that I believe and I share with my students every day. Excellence in America's workforce begins with excellence in workforce education. At this time, we're going to ask Daniel Fisher to come on back up, and we are going to introduce you guys and cross stage as a member of National Technical Honor Society. Parents, as they cross the stage, they will pause for a second for a photo opportunity. Will the first row please stand? And go ahead behind the stage.
I'll call him. Reed Allen. Elena Candelora. Ernest Clark. Hunter Cruz. Sabrina Dawson. Rebecca Freeman. Brielle Famusa. Michael Galliano. David Gonzalez Rojas. Grace Govey. Grace Gray.
Gibson Hanson. Dakota Parker. Jonathan Perrott. Tyler Jones. Hayden Lehman. Alyssa Lee. Emmanuel Lopez. Austin McCormick. Noah Merritt. Aiden Moore. Cademan Mooney. Jonas Pearson. Lucy Peterson. Pedro Rojo Rodriguez. Chloe Roskowitz. Ava Williams. Lucy Wilson.
Congratulations. This is a great honor for you to be here and be able to be inducted. Right now, as everyone's finishing up, I want you guys to think about the support you've received from your teachers, your family, and your friends. We know we've talked a little bit about tonight how that would not be possible if you didn't have the support of your parents and your teachers believing in you as you've gone down your journey. They care about your accomplishments. They are here because they care about you, they care about your success, and none of this would happen without their guidance and their support. So I want you to take this time and give them a round of applause for them being there and being part of this with you. Also, I would like to take a moment and thank the staff of fellow committee members that make up this evening. There's a lot of behind the scenes, people that aren't here on the front that I want to give a round of applause for. Thank you for all the hard work you've done this past year. Now, students, I'd like you guys to stand with me for a second. It is a tradition for you to be officially inducted into the National Technical Honor Society. You have to recite the pledge of NTHS out loud. So I will lead you in the pledge. It will be on the screen. Just follow along. You can be seated. Congratulations on a job well done. You will now be able to enjoy the benefits of being a member of NTHS. Thank you for being here this evening. If you would like to have some more photos with your family and friends, you're welcome to, as you exit the auditorium, take pictures up where there's a photo opportunity. So thank you for being here on this excellent evening. Have a good night, guys.